allows you to have to not worry about a choke point.
Last time around, they did add a Cypher, which it looks like they have done.
Instead of the Omen.
Yeah, Omen switched out. That's about it.
Everything else is the same.
Okay.
All right, that's something. You can work with that, right? You have the Sage Wall for middle. You have information gathering on Cypher and Sova. You have Cypher at the B bomb site with cameras and traps to at least slow or delay if you can't full out stop. So, I mean, you've got some different things to work with as well.
Absolutely do.
Homeboy got a shorty.
I mean, why not? You know, the thing, it's got character. So, let's have a look at who we have and where we have them. For now, the Finnish team, it was so easy to spot the Finnish team because they just had Omen in the
now it's Brimstone.
Wait.
It's Brimstone.
Okay. So yeah, the Finnish team will be on the defensive side to start with. It took me a second even then. I don't trust the UI. Do you know how weird it is to not trust UI? It's like my one saving grace in other games. It's like, yes.
You can't trust your eyeballs.
No, I know, and the attacking team will be the Turkish squad. So already mid-control being garnered, being gathered here, and the double retake potentially from Heaven's side.
It's a bold little information peek. They've already gotten past him. So this won't be much of a warning, and in fact, it's not at all. Sova, for whatever reason, didn't see it coming. It looked like he considered it, but when you add the slow into it, there was nothing he could have done. Oh no! They try and get even more aggressive, and they lost everything.
What have they done?
That's so crazy.
Not like this. Why have they done that? Where's the bomb going?
Well, look, Ray's got a double kill inside of the A-bomb site, which is great, but trying to push through that smoke towards spawn as well instead of helping your teammates get in. If they try and go out Heaven and actually combine to take the A-bomb site, that works so much better. They probably actually get into the site and have a chance for a win. Now, instead, a plant is gonna be fortunate.
Oh, this is uncomfortable. This is a weird round, and it will be won. Not too surprisingly, in the end, with the team who had 4 agents alive, now down to 3, of course. But yeah, a little bit. I didn't love that push through CT. That was really not what I had in mind, to be fair. And clearly, the Turkish team didn't want to do that either. You know, in review, it was clearly a misplay from start to finish. But you know, the Finnish team, congratulations to them to at least realize it and capitalize on it being an error. I want to see how this now affects the Turkish squad going forward. How do they approach this map? What sort of switch-ups do they do? What sort of level of aggression can we expect?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this first half, it feels like, is going to be a big selling point to this Finnish side if they can actually mount the defense. Pretty good so far, but you even saw in the Pisteron, aggressive in its own right? The flash peek through that smoke and ropes to clear things out from Phoenix. There's a recon dart. Sees everyone, I believe. Going to try and come through that smoke. Jasmine out in the open. Slows things down. Allows Sova to get into position. And there's 2 kills for him. 3 for Jasmine. And they shut everything down. And look at the choke point. A lot of dead bodies strewn there. Carcasses littered on the ground.
All right. It's very visceral. I didn't really enjoy that.
I was going for visceral in that.
I could tell. You've been really kind of hamming it up. Have you been reading books or something? This is very descriptive for you.
Comic books.
The one with pretty pictures.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh, God. Let's look at the purchase coming out here, because the third round's always fun, right? You got that mixed bag. There it is. So you got the 4 SMGs, 1 rifle. Whoa, that ultimate. It does nothing, but if it did something, that'd be nuts.
Yeah, I'm all for those kinds of plays. All right. Well, everyone else coming up mid, they're going to be in that ice. Oh, nice kill from Riqu. No one wanted to get away. Rip did not want to make a noise. Wall's going to go up next. Even Taimou's got one on the defense. So this is getting shut down. Now, ooh, there's a reverse boost over, and they only get the 1.
That's not bad. They were just going to rise up the same time. It's like an elevator coming to the right floor. And now let's see what the Finnish team can do with this.
There has to be a name for that. There has to be a cool name for the reverse wall.
We'll figure it out. We'll brand it. All right. We'll make our own saying.
That's what I'm saying. Let's
reactions or whatever.
Yeah, let's get in before anyone else.
Anders will probably steal it, like he does men most of the time. And terrible person. And we are going to see Jerax at least got the information there. Going to find out that there are players in towards B. At least, you know, the remainder did get one as well for his troubles, which is pretty good. So it should be a comfortable situation. But taking a 1v1 in that scenario, Taimou, that's risky, and it's not worked out, has it? You've taken the big bad fight, and now you put yourself in a big bad situation. Leaving down to your teammate in a 1v1. You got to hope they handle it, and they do. Jesmond put under pressure, but comes up clutch.
That's massive. Good clutch for Jesmond. 3-0. But yeah, Taimou, that might be like a put on notice. You know, maybe don't take those fights to your teammates there. You know, play a little bit wiser. I want to see Jesmond go back to that double boost ult later on in the round. He just used it at the previous round, and he got 3 kills.
They're going towards that side of the map.
Yeah, but he doesn't have his ult right now.
Oh, god damn it. Why?
It takes a little bit of time to recharge.
Can he peek it?
He's
no, I
halfway
guess
there.
you can't, can you? I guess you could peek with the packs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what else you could do with it, but it could have been fun. They are only on relatively light investments. What is he pre-aiming?
I don't know. Is it Cypher Cam? I would imagine.
Maybe a Cypher Cam from there. Oh, that Boombot's going to do very well here with the nades coming through. Yeah, lovely work. He has lost out on his support up towards Heaven, though, which is going to put him under a little bit of strain, just purely because it is open. But look at those quick rotations through ropes. That is a huge rotation and really well timed. And
they're kind of boxed there, at least 3 of them. If you retreat, you have to fight to fall back because that choke point's wide open. If you want to push forward, you're going to have to fight as well. The one thing going for him is that Finland doesn't have any idea what the numbers are. Jesmond with 1 more kill. That ult is getting closer and closer. He's just 1 kill away, excuse me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It was that we switched. It's that we switched to the other race.
Don't worry about it. We're fine.
We're all good.
Fine. qRaxs and the gang waiting it out. Jesmond is looking hot and ready to go. This is brilliant play from Jesmond. The correct support in the right place is allowing him to focus on one area and not have to be too worried. Now the call comes in.
6 kill ace.
For Heaven. And let's get the 6 kill ace. Let's get it go. Oh, why did you do that, Turko? It could have been so good. And now Turko's turn to do something. No, nixoon is the one who's got it. Is it? Should we call him Nixon? I prefer Nixon. Nixon, like, you know, presidential, etc.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna call him, nixoon?
It could be.
Can't do that.
Nah, you're right.
You can't do
you're
that.
Right. I know you wouldn't. Okay, wait. Are we gonna see the boost? Are we doing the boosty? Let's go watch the boosty. A with raise. Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's lining up to do it again. It's only Cypher there. I think it was the other Rays last time that saw it. So this. Oh no! Boo.
Jesmond. That's very underwhelming, isn't it? Well,
we hyped up the crowd. They were on their feet. They were ready and waiting.
Big rip. Deep nades. Aura's going to be going back. A little double check on this and all the angle. Jesmond's got it. If he peeks, there we go. Got a little bit of info. And yeah, it is a 3-2 split at least. So even with this information, for the Turkish team, they can maybe have a little bit of a better shot towards, you know, hitting that B site when and if they go for it. I feel as though they're still pretty much committed here. Their patience might pay off, as even if the camera does spot them, it's only the 2 Heaven players currently around.
Yeah, they don't really have anything to slow either. Cypher's coming over now, just checked his cam, so he'll at least be able to get into position. But the attack is underway. Here comes the slow orb, you'd imagine. Yep, and Taimou's got the first. Now they have to come through the ice, and that is going to be slow going. Up at a new angle as well. And they've got a wide swing. Bomb is going to be planted. That box is no longer spammable, but the Sova ult is going to force him out. Tagged and eliminated. And the retake is on. And it is very successful. Jesus Christ.
Calm down, boys. Look at the little hops. Look at those happy hops. You know you've done a nice retake where you're just doing little bunny hops around the place. You're having a good time.
What a bunch of tryhards.
I know, who'd do that, right? Who would enjoy themselves in a video game? What are you guys looking at? What are they doing?
I think they're deciding who gets the defuse for the ult.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I was like trying to work out, are they trying to get guns? Are they trying to like see the other buy? Like, but yeah.
I mean, maybe they were just letting them sit there and let Turkey stew in the fact that they just got decimated on that retake. They're like, yep, just chill for a bit. Give them a breather. Jessamine still has the ult. But not going for the double boost, it doesn't look like.
It's a shame. I mean, I feel like you could actually get something pretty fun out of that. But...
I feel like he's going to wait for the next gun round when they might have like 3 people lined up to try and take A. Maybe he's, if he doesn't have to use it this round, he's just saving it for when he sees their economy is strong enough.
Okay, nixoon this time. Doing pretty well for themselves. I'm a little worried for the Turkish team. This is quite flat. You know, it's fine. You lose the first, let's say, 4. You'll even give them up to 4 as like a, you know, a close enough game, but you don't like a 5-0. 5-0 is starting to look a little bit worrying. This map is pretty hard to play. I mean, again, I think if you walk away with 3+ rounds, if you are equally skilled, that's not the end of the world. Nice little shoulder peek from paura. That's pretty good work. Again, baiting out the second peek. Jessamine, though, kind of conditioned them to worry about that angle, but he's still pretty solid at holding it, so you can't really write them off too much. And a connection, that's a bit different. Riqu's gone down. Mitez there with the opener. B now looking a bit vulnerable. We're going to have to see if Jerax can actually control this with the amount of people coming his way. The spray eventually comes through, but there's a lot more players here.
Oh, and she's used her ult. Popped the ult as well. There it is. And that's a victory. It's not the double jump, but it's a kill. We'll take it.
I mean, the slight team damage from the satchel and then just like the insta blow up in the B hole is like, all right, well, it's not the flashy thing we were excited for, but you know.
That's a pretty nice hold of that B bomb site from Sova. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Under a lot of pressure. That was a relatively weak hold of the B heaven. I think both those players kind of misplayed that a bit, although one of them was 1-deeged. One-deeged.
One is plenty. 4 ults. There's actually a lot of ultimates up. One being utilized currently by nixoon, just going for a run down mid. Does get a bit of info, but it's not a great deal. You know, Jet in middle isn't a huge call, but this is big. Taimou being able to push up by B halls here. If he goes any further, he's dead, but that's exactly what you want. QRaxs goes down now. They know there's at least there was 2 in mid. And they've heard a shot from another side, so potentially kind of getting the picture of what's in front of them. paura's again giving away information. This is a good bit of a hold from the defensive side. They've definitely worked out the info.
Oh my god, Jessamine just doesn't care whatsoever. He pushed even further. That's a great flashbang, and it backfires. nixoon baited into the peak, or I mean, it peaks with his flashbang and just gets decimated. Either way, Riqu now falling back towards that B bomb site. That angle always feel like you should win, but it never works out the way you'd like it.
Slowing down this brim towards middle. They're going to have to consider their options here. Look at Jesmine's rotation. They're going to hear these steps. The call's going to be made. They are in mid, but where are they going? They can go through ropes. There's the information coming in from the traps. That's big. That's the important info you need. But keep in mind, Jerax here is only on 22 HP. Holds a bit of a passive angle just for the cross. The camera's up. I think you can also use those to look through the top windows there. So this could be good. Walls up. This is smart. This is a nice cross from the Turkish team, but 10 seconds. It's not much to play with. Anything that can go wrong could cost them this, but for now, they've got the plant, but those post-plant positions are going to be pretty subpar.
Well, Brimstone's still very low on HP. They're waiting for the heal, and there's just no time to wait any longer. Sage, 1 versus 3, and they know the location. That Ice Orb going to give it up. Doesn't let anyone progress from the one angle, at least for the moment. The nade forces him back into the double peak. He gets 2, but Jessamine, thankfully, finishes things off. 7-0 as the Finnish defense is standing tall. So it's looking more and more. I'm not going to chalk it up to the change of a Cypher instead of the Omen, but
no.
Certainly Haven is starting to look like an aberration in how good the Finnish defense is.
I mean, again, I'd say if you get 5 rounds on attack on this map, you've got an excellent half. I'd say anything less is it's competitive. You're still looking okay. I'd still say you need bare minimum 3. Personally, is all I'm going to say, just purely because it gets you through a pistol round problem or an economy problem. But Jessamine has, normally it's, if you want to look at, I don't know, Cypher or someone like that, the B kind of lockdown as being the anchor. But to me, Jessamine has been a huge factor. Again, 16 kills and 1 death. That's the big switch up, is Jessamine being an animal.
Yeah.
And again, Taimou's aggression working out well certainly helps that matter.
They still haven't used those ults. 5 ults. Turkey is really doing themselves a disservice of using those to actually help them get into sights and have some kind of a victory. Drone gets taken down. They know the position of 1. That's Midez, who's not going to be able to be aggressive while that's ticking away. And they now have heard at least 3 players towards the A-bomb site. So look at the flank. Phoenix starting to push into sewers. He's going to be met right here at the corner. Shoulder peek comes out. Big win from Rip.
I know exactly where.
And the information to follow. That's not bad. That's going to be a fun one to now play with.
Yeah, but they're so far back, they can't really capitalize on it. Like, yeah, you've seen where all of them are, but there's plenty of time to rotate over. The big thing is, where's this Brimstone ult going to come out from?
And that's just the question. Taimou's got to be ready for what's coming his way. That's 4 players through heaven. They've got a bit of a slowdown, but now they're pouring in, literally like a waterfall. Doesn't hit the shot he needs, and now's in danger. A 1-for-1 trade. I feel he could have done more, but that's not bad. It'll do for now to keep his team at least in a competitive scenario. 3v3 retake time. Not a great deal of utility on deck, but maybe they can make something out of this.
We'll see. Slow ups to just deny re-peeks into the angles. Shock dart towards the back, doing a bit of damage. One more comes in. Not enough. Not strong enough connections. And still not a single peek out of the Turkish defense trying to hold onto this spike. Here it comes. Good shot from qRaxs. There's one more in the back left. Oh, he's got that Riqu. Now one more to find. It's over in the staging area. He's got them pinned down. Even a revive available. There's the kill. But there's no time. I don't even think it's possible. No, certainly not.
I don't know.
No.
It was close. It was close.
It was not close.
It was close. It was close. 1.2. That was close. But yeah, that's the first step on the ladder, right, for the Turkish team, and they needed that. Considering they were held back so badly, once that flank, got found, it opened up a big deal of opportunities.
They still have 4 ults.
Yeah, they could still do something.
I don't know. I guess what is, I don't know what your take would be on ults, but I wouldn't say tilting because I know the feeling, but like if you're saving the ult for, like, there's the 2 philosophies, right? Save the ult for like the perfect timing of it, or burn it because timing. It's, yeah.
I think you get it back faster than people realize, and honestly, there's never a perfect timing. I feel like sometimes people kind of forget that, getting the round overall, even if it's just getting it started correctly, is a huge bit of impact. This is an adjustment though from Taimou here. Switching up towards middle, expecting the peak, and actually doesn't land the shot he wanted. And the trade out in mid's not great for the defensive side. The attackers can overwhelm sites, even obviously with an even number. As the wall goes up, the revives coming on both sides.
At the exact same time as well. Rip is looking for the peak on top of the wall. It's not going to come in. 3 defenders here in B Heaven, and now they've got to change their positioning. So all that aggression, it just leads to Sage ults being burned. No real consequences for the actions early on.
And again, don't write Turkey off just yet. 7-1, it looks condemning, but if they get the rest of these rounds, perfectly good half. That's what you got to look at, is now this is where it matters. You can't just rest on your laurels here. Jesman going to be under some scrutiny again. Did not expect the player, but outdoes Mitez, which is very surprising. Mitez was pretty pivotal on that previous map, but has been kind of outplayed here. Taimou now played in. Good kind of roaming aggression from Taimou. I like that. Was in middle. Now over here. Gets the pick. Needs to be careful re-peeking that, but goes back in for qRaxs. And there's 2 more. More information, more picks, and more problems for the Turkish squad.
Ooh, hello. Yeah, you feel pretty useless when your teammates just get absolutely destroyed like that. 6 seconds left. All he can do is save. 8th round for Finland. Turkey having a real tough time on offense, which, as you've said, is to be expected on a map like this.
Nice work. How does this, like, not, is it this peak? It's this one that I don't get. It's like, how is he doing that? Like, my orb doesn't work like that. What's occurring? No double digits yet for the attacking team either. They're struggling to get on the starting blocks here.
They're just not getting kills.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. 6, is it 6 that's the max right now? It's not great. Ooh, ooh.
It's not great.
Ooh. Did we see a little consideration of the boost? No, back on the site. Wrong one.
And that ult's going to go to waste as well. That was towards mid. No one's peeking it. There is the Brimstone ult. It's been saved for 4 rounds or so, and it's going to hit absolutely no one. It does 0 damage. Riqu with a double kill in the back of the B bomb site is going to make this almost impossible. Flashbang is perfect. So blind. Triple kill for nixoon. 9-1. And that is textbook B defense.
God damn, that was nice. That was a nice flash, and the spray was good. Like, ooh.
All that waiting for the Brimstone ult. I feel so let down.
I mean, that's just how it's like playing Brimstone all the time. It's like, all right, I've got my ult. You're expecting that, like, not you hear those hits coming, you're like, oh, so I can get like a 3k, 4k. Nah, it's getting absolutely no one. No one's even near it. Just seemed like an idiot. It's great. Feels good. Feels real good. Paura, the 1 kill operator play. It's a big move. Let's see if it plays to the round going in their favor. For now, again, this is one of the initial changes that came out with the map adjustments. The attacking side does get a slightly more favorable peak to see if there's defensive aggression. And speaking of aggression, nixoon's on a run. What on earth? He's just going off. Pop that on, away he goes. And yeah, I guess he's seen 2 there, I think.
Information play, yeah. Spotted 2. I think even has to call 3 because of the Sage slow, who's on the other side. So he started Brimstone and Jet, and then the Ice. So everything's pretty standard for the moment. Everyone's chilling, sitting far back. And that op on the Cypher from Turkey isn't really doing a whole lot just yet. It's probing into the B site, hoping for a peak of some kind, but if that doesn't happen, it's just kind of a waste.
Here we go. Counter wall. Up it goes. And Rip does very well. 2 big shots off the back of that. He needed that too.
And the Cypher got a kill. However, the spike is so far back. This is still recoverable. Jet's going to have to pick that up and book it to the B bomb site where his teammates are, or could actually go towards A if he really wanted to be clever. That's a big risk though. So instead, we're just going to wait and see. Sova with an ult, Raze with an ult.
Oh lordy. Let's see if it works out. Not this time. Bit of a misplay on that. Not to the quite correct side, but definitely going to stop them being able to kind of lead the side. They're all stacked in the same corner, and there's an ultimate on Jesmond. Oh. If that goes into that back corner, Jason, that's going to be obscene.
He's got a recon dart as well.
Please. Please. Jesmond, just bang in there, bud. Get the rocket launcher out and give him the big one. Oh, he's being so clinical, so smart. Don't be smart. Just fly in. Here we go. Time to find out. How many will it get? Meters. It doesn't get anyone. No.
We've been so denied. So denied. Every other situation. Two of them still have full HP. One of them might have been, or Sage just healed herself, but God, that was so juicy.
Bruh. Man, good for the Turkish squad though. Again, you know, every little helps at this point. They potentially, if they do get this one, gonna go in with the bare minimum. But still, it's gonna be tough going forward. For now, Jesmond, how did that ult not do it? I don't know. Wow.
Is it too short? I don't know. I've never played Raze.
No, me neither. I think I played her like 1 game when she first came out, and I was like, nah, not for me. Not for me.
Yeah, it's too much going on.
Yeah, movement's hard in my old age.
Oh,
look at this aggression. They're pushing this. 2 players are pushing this. And sadly for nixoon, he's been kind of severely smothered over towards middle. Try to make something happen. Not going to be the case. This double stack towards Heaven's going to need some support, and it looks like Jerax is on the way to try and do exactly just that. Now here comes the play off the back of it. Riqu's there, Taimou's there, Taimou falls, the 4-man play comes through. There's no stopping that. That train's there, but around the back, if he'd seen that spike, there could have been maybe something.
Oh, there's a wall right on the other side of that smoke, so Sova's got to go the long way around. There is also the Cypher cam to watch the flank. And the Roomba's going to give it up anyway. So this should be, I mean, you said 3 is the bare minimum. Turkey's going to get the bare minimum.
Yeah, for now, I'll be excited to see once it's, you know, the Turkish team's side to try and run away with it on that defense. I think that's more the fun concept for me. Is how well can they play it? Is this just how the map's actually played between two even teams, or is it actually not the case? Is this just not a comfortable map for the Turkish squad? And again, normally I don't put too much pressure onto the pistol round, but this one actually has to go well for the Turkish team. Now, of course, keep in mind the UI is a little bit backwards, so the Turkish team does only have 3 rounds. They're on the left, but work it out. You got it. Don't worry. But yeah, they need to step up. As the Finnish squad, Jasmine's been pretty much the lead for their incredible run. I mean, obviously it's a whole team diving in, but really as an individual putting up a great performance.
He's been sick. We've seen pretty much like one Herculean effort from a player on every map that we've seen today. There's always been like one player head and shoulders above the rest, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. 9-3. We'll see if Finland can put this one away with the quickness. They switch over to the attacking side. It's going to be Brimstone and Sage to double up in B Heaven. That's a lot of delay in mid.
Let's have a look. And the one benefit is that the classic lineup does have a little bit more time costing effect. The wall, the smokes, you got a little bit more to play with in that regard. But for now, the Finns are through up middle. They haven't really faced towards Heaven, but look at this hold. Very unique approach. Very passive on A.
Everyone has just rotated over. Everyone has come to the B side of the map, to the middle and B. Nice recon bolt to give information, at least of the retreat, but it just feels like they're getting lured into a trap. There's the slow. That's going to do absolutely nothing. Good entry from everyone on Finland. They have cracked open the B bomb site despite the stack.
I'm wildly surprised that worked out. It felt like everything was going against the Finnish team. The Turkish team had that wrapped up, and Mites, he stops the plant. That's big. That's spike loose, and now Turko's got the cross. This is a really nice turn of events. Maybe the Turkish team can build back into this time. He's going walkabout, so he walks right in towards them. nixoon on the trade, and now Mites left in the 1v1.
Oh, there's the peak. Good win from Mites. nixoon. Almost, but Mites to save the day. I thought Finland had got in so well that there was no chance of a retake, but that is some fine pistol work.
Yeah, that was a wild round. Good work from the Turkish team, though. That's how they want to start this one off, right? You want to get that pistol. Now, you have to be clean going forward in this. This round isn't traditionally too scary, but keep in mind, when we saw this happen on the first map, the Finnish team bought up, I think, in the second round, and they went on the SMGs. Obviously, that can only happen with a certain couple of circumstances going your way to make it viable, but it's definitely going to put it's going to sow a seed of doubt in the heads of the Turkish team as to, what buy are they going for here. For now, you'll see the Turkish squad with a pretty good purchase, and pretty much nothing actually on the other side, seeing very few pistols or anything else. So, for now, it looks like the Finns are trying to get through towards ropes. A little bit of utility put down, but not much else.
Oh, there's another flashbang to just allow them to attack this A bomb site and try desperately to get the spike planted. There is a player inside of the site, though. That's qRaxs. He's got the first kill. After that, another one. Jasmine comes out from Heaven. And now these last 2 players are stuck. There's no access to the bomb site. Everyone is rotated over. It's just a matter of finding your preferred way to go out. Headshot for Mites. And it'll be 9-5, still in the favor of Finland, but Turkey getting started well on defense.
Yeah, they're crossing the T's, dotting the I's. This is exactly what you want to see. This is their first hurdle, though. This is the first challenging one. This is where, if you're a Turkish fan, you've got to be watching this with your eyes, drilled on this screen, because this is the one where you could potentially see Finland with a better purchase than the Turkish team. See, so you've got the SMGs, you've got the heavy armor, but look on the other side. Finland has all rifles. They should be looking good. This is a big round for Turkey. Let's see what the Finns do with it. See where they head. See where the pressure point's going to be. It looks like this A, and there's a stack on both sides.
Looks like Sova was lining up an arrow for the upper recon, but he's given that up. Aggression. Oh, so many SMGs about to turn the corner. There's a third one. They didn't expect that, and Mites has done more than you'd hope. And that's a way to negate the advantage of those rifles. Push up close. It's risky, but it's paid off. A 2-on-2 is a very winnable scenario.
Now, Spike's going to go down on the corner. We're going to see long rotation from the Cypher and a hold from Turko. Turko's going to wait until you see Cypher get up there. Cypher could potentially get a better gun as well. They could work back in with a slightly better weapon, which they've got. Vandal now to hand. They could maybe trade that across, get a Phantom as well. Both these players, though, switching to CT. That's quite unique.
Yeah, and actually they've put themselves out of sight of the bomb. They can't actually stop the defuse. They'll have to push towards the bend, the elbow. There we go. That's a good kill of the ult, a good trade. Still 2 alive, and they've managed this very well despite some of the struggles. Another recon dart is going to give away his position. He's off it. Phoenix is going to slow play, and now it's all kind of gone out of the hands of Turkey. They've actually, in my opinion, succeeded in this round. They've gotten 4 kills, maybe a 5th with the bomb explosion. Yes. Even in victory, all 5 players for Finland go down, and all of them were bought to $0. So their money is trash. It's in the dumpster.
Is it?
I mean, it is now. Look at this buy. They haven't found one in this round, but you're automatically out of a victory on the reset. Like you want to be able to.
You're 100% right.
I know.
I'm just being an ass. I mean, if this was
I realized that once I was deep in, I was like,
It's a little less punishing than some other games, to be fair. Like, I feel like the economy should punish them now, as, you know, that's the way it went down. But it's certainly the avenue of approach, right? Everything's kind of working right for the Turkish squad here. 5 to 10, this is what we mean about this map. Like, yes, of course, it's defensive-sided, but, you know, everyone gets to go on the defense, so it's all good. It kind of equals out. Mita's nice pick towards Riqu in middle. That's a good show of force to start with.
Yeah, but they're already crossing up. I hope he has the communication. 1 error and you're in some trouble. Turn of the corner. It's nice and slow. Jessamine even showed a little bit of leg first before fully committing. Ooh, and not another one. He was trying to line that up through the corner of the wall. Good find from nixoon. 1 player left at this A bomb site. It's going to be raised. They need that trade, and they've gotten it. The wall to allow safety for Phoenix to cross in towards heaven.
Now we have to see if it all comes together. Paura on the way around. All coming through. Oh, nixoon's got rip. This is scary times now. Paura, you're going to do the same thing. The flash was just a little too late. Paura on the corner, and we're back to looking at a 2v1. Jerax, a 1v2 to face off against. He's going to probably get the first hit. Beautiful shot. He's got his ultimate, but does he find the second? No steps, no sound, no information given. Expecting heaven, but might receive hell. Looking on the corner. He got it right. He got the prediction right. But the shot come through for Turko, and that's going to be another on the board for Team Turkey.
He had the read right, but I don't think he was super confident in it. You could see him just pulling out a dart right before he got killed. So I don't think I mean, that's a tough one, but pulling out that utility in the 1 versus 1 spells his doom. He wanted the information. That's a very nice round. Actually, a nice attempt from Finland, you have to say. nixoon provides a lot to get them into the site and with a chance to win. All right, Turkey's clawing it back a little bit. 10 to 6 now.
There we go. Is this an all-in B piece? I guess they're just on pistols, right? Have they invested into anything on the attacking side?
Yeah, a couple upgraded pistols. No armor.
Okay.
Camera taken out.
I don't mind that. I mean, you're on a pistol round. Try and just, you know, stay together and somehow it's kind of doing okay. Location reveal.
Ooh.
This is a big ultimate to be using here. How is that not a kill? There we go. Okay, game on. But popping your ultimate here, you're expecting a little bit more out of this, potentially. A rip up above is saying no. Precision above all. This man is looking good. And they're just the last man to be removed. Rip makes it look easy.
Yeah, very, very easy. And even a revival for the economy. So Turkey feeling good. Even pulling their teammates back from the dead just so they can have extra money, shoring up that economy, making sure there are no issues for the moment. I don't mind the Sova burn of the ult to ensure the plants. And I mean, maybe you can see what comes out after it. But yeah, you're right. It is a valuable ult. Just a very good round from Rip.
That's absolutely true. I think it's... I actually don't mind the mindset of using those ultimates just on, like, you know, rounds that you shouldn't buy as just like an equalizer, right? Like, unless you do, you know, bit of damage on it. It's, again, it depends how you want to approach utilizing them. I think it's a really fun discussion to be had. For now, though, 7 to 10, the comeback's on. This is how it goes. This is the way of the map. You know, people often think, you know, this is done for, but this is why the map's fun. This is why people love Nuke for years. It was that you could have these kind of, you know, what looks like quite a one-sided affair, but it's just purely because they're playing it quite well. And it, you know, goes down to the attackers to be creative and punish those rotations, which sadly for now, the Finnish team hasn't really been able to do much of.
Breaking the wall in mid. 3 players here for the attacking side. Cypher watching for A pushes and gathering intel there. And 1 player watching for any push at B. Not going to happen quite yet. Another smoke with the ice combination to delay. Wall is already broken through. 4 players now in mid for Finland. And this is unique. I don't know if Finland attack has seen this kind of a defense, but I think they're going to be happy. There's no one in B Heaven being aggressive whatsoever, so a chance for this Phoenix ult to at least get 1. He's popped something. There's the kill onto the clone, so now they have the position of 1. They know there's got to be a second as well. Camera to gather information. Turko with a peek. There's a good trade, and oh, everyone has gotten back in time. Turkey has rotated just at the right moment.
The fallback plan is trying to get towards A, lean on Taimou's positioning to maybe open up an opportunity for yourselves. This bait, it's not working. They're not really falling for it. Maybe they are. Oh, no way. No way did that little random shooting actually work out. That's crazy. Spike, is it... Did they leave too late?
I didn't hear the
sound. I
didn't hear the sound. I think he did.
Oh, no, he didn't.
No.
Too late.
Holy hell.
I'm pretty sure you could have planted that in a, I guess not a safe position, but you could have planted that way sooner, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of an error there, just maybe feeling they had a bit more time than they did, but that was very, very close.
Yeah, it's always hard to be too critical in those situations because you do see the time running down, but you are trying to also plant in some way that is some semblance of safe. That one is brutal. 10-8. All right, Finland stuck for the moment. 5 of 6 rounds in this second half going to Turkey.
They need to find a little break-in moment for themselves here. They've got to find that little bit of a starting point, right? That little bit of ingenious or work something out. I feel like they haven't quite managed a way forward. Taimou getting a lot of room on A, I think, was mostly a product of that mid-pressure rather than it being, you know, something you can replicate easily. We'll find out now. He seems to be kind of reworking that, but everyone else just kind of taking their time on the attack. No real display given.
Droning in towards the B-bomb site to try and gather some information. They see one in heaven and no one in the back left shot. That Cypher is just waiting for his moment to peek in. There's grabbing the ore, but still no peek whatsoever. Back to the A-bomb site we go for the finish attack. And I mean, they're even beginning the attack a little bit earlier before the spike is even there. But again, this defense has bitten so hard on this fake. Just one small presence outside B, and everyone is pulled over. Very reliant on these retakes being successful is this Turkish defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite surprising. I don't know what gave them so much of an idea that this was all in here. Now, it's going to put Raze in a good position to potentially catch flanks through mid, so ropes get secured, which allows them to kind of focus towards CT a little and Heaven, but a bit unfortunate for the Turkish side, if I'm honest. A misread here or there has really cost them a good step into this round. The retake, hey, it's got potential. We've got ultimates, we've got utility, but they need the starting point. That's it. Mites finds one. That's going to be Jerax down, and now the push comes in from Mites. Just going to lead the way by sheer force alone. But nixoon and Riqu combining going to shut this down already. It's not looking so hot, and Taimou's play from hell is going to be really hard to handle. Rip, still looking for room, still looking for opportunities. Not going to get much more, and it's the first... I don't want to say like the first convincing round back. It's not really that convincing. It was almost a misread from Turkey that opened it up for Finland.
Yeah, but that's twice now that we've seen, you know, maybe even 3 times some crazy over-rotations towards that B bomb site. And if Finland has noticed that, it could be a problem. Because remember, I mean, even on the pistol round, that was a very quick, you know, 4th, 5th player to be involved in the action. There was another gun round where they encountered 3 or 4 defenders immediately over towards that side of the map. So they've got to, I wonder if they're starting to realize we can apply a little bit of pressure and get an overreaction of some kind.
Surely that's got to be so on the like forefront of their minds of that last round, just that like, right, okay, we just took the bait a little too hard. Let's make sure we don't do that again. Surely you can't replicate that. I feel like Turkey now have to kind of regain control of this game a little bit. They have to kind of refine that focus and not allow this to slip away in towards the Finnish hands. You know, as much as yes, this has been Turkey's run, this is their defensive side. It's still 8-11. Right, so it's still, that's a little bit of a looming factor. 2 more rounds and it's a GG, right? So there's the big case to this. So it's a lot of mistakes could potentially happen. Wall goes up. They're all kind of looking this way, but the spike is over by Taimou. Again, this is a bit of a fake here. And it could be a double pump. I'm not sure. We need to see where that spike goes.
He spotted 2 at the B bomb site. That's going to be the question. That means that the mid can be the aggressor because there surely is only 1 in B heaven. And now, even with 2 defenders still at the B bomb site, there's 2 different locations. Cypher's got to try and come up these ropes to shore up this part of the attack. He's going to get aggressive, wants to clear things out. Oh, flash in hand. There's still 1 more. And there's the move. There's the ult. And there's the kill from Jesmond. 1 more nade to make sure nobody can peek into him. They need to find the stole defender. What a response from Rip. That was such a quick reaction.
Everyone knows Rip's aim is perfect, but they need more than that just now. We've got 2 players coming back in from CT. Mites has popped the ult. It's time to go. They need to make this work. Spike goes down. This retake has to be good. Maybe follow the bot in. Let's see. They both got ultimates. qRaxs gonna use theirs now. Pop in. Let's see what they can get. Swiftly across. That was sick, but now it's Mites' turn. Didn't get the kill he wanted. It's Taimou with the shutdown. And as much as I loved the idea of that, it was fun. It had a bit of purpose to it. It just fell short. And 8-12, you know, that heaven pressure coming through was just insurmountable.
Yep. It's that Sova recon dart to the back of B when it spots 2. That's the indication, right? If he only sees 1, I think the B half of the attack is the ones aggressing first. You have a 2-on-1 there, but when they spot 2 in the site, you realize more than likely the first rotator over towards B is one of the players from Heaven. So the mid people get to apply the pressure. That's a very good little piece of information gathering out of Sova.
Okay, now it's scary time, right? This is match point. This isn't just map point. This is the one. Turkey had to be clean on this run. That's why we put a lot of pressure on them. It's had to be a long road back. Yes, they did the first starting blocks, but it is a long, long step. Now, Jesmond already going to find Turko. It's not a good start. And there's qRaxs stopping nixoon, but the position's noted by Mites in perfect support. Nice play towards Jesmond. The recon bolt hits, but they know there's more pressure coming their way. Those upper ramps are going to get flooded with players if they're not careful.
Oh, nice shot from Taimou. Rotating right into the crosshair. 3-on-3, and everyone is at this bomb site. Everyone is here in A heaven or in the site itself. One Ray's just tucked into a corner. He's got no support. They could come in at any moment, and none of his teammates can stop it because they feel pinned down by the op on Taimou.
Res in. Could be for bait. Almost had it on the leg shot. Rip there, going to find Riqu, but I mean, for now, it's still back to the same scenario with some information noted. Ultimate used to buy some more time. 35 seconds. They're hindering this. This is good work from the Turkish squad. They're slowing it down. They're making them have to work for this win if they want it right here, right now. Taimou, step by step, getting closer. 1 shot left on this. Has to reload after, but he wants this. He wants to get it while he can. And they're just holding 20 seconds. They've got rounds to play with now. It's a different scenario for the Turkish squad. They're just mounting the pressure.
The fact that no one peeked into Taimou again has got to be so frustrating. They must clear this player. It's going to be a peek surely from Heaven. What a huge win from Jesmond. Good follow-up peek from Rip and Paura. Oh, but the spike is down. He does have it. He tapped it. He faked it. But there's no time to actually get this kill. He didn't peek aggressively enough. It's an easy, or not an easy, but it is a time win from Turkey. 12-9.
Ooh, Turkey keeping their cool under pressure. That was... Okay, 9-12. 9-12. All right, let's see how far they can take this. It couldn't have been any closer. Down to the last couple of seconds, just moments away. Wheesh. Okay. Let's have a look at what the Turkish squad are doing now. A little bit of a different look towards middle. Jets over there. Maybe looking for some Heaven presence coming out. Let's see what they go for on the attack as well. Same sort of thing. The old recon bolt. A lot of, look over here, look at this, give me attention. Taimou's going to get some freedom, though. He's going to get the fight that he might want over by A. Mites' AWP has already found nixoon, though. That's that mid-presence noted. Now we've got to be careful because Taimou's up towards rafters. They're very close by to each other. Keep your eye on the kill feed for that. It's going to be Mites again. Good work from the Turkish squad. Controlling 2 fights on 2 fronts. This man's AWP is everywhere.
He's a beast. He's having such a sick performance. Nice tag from the Cypher cam. Although they're both equally spotted behind the wall. Again, a follow-up comes in. This Cypher, Paura, he's got a lot of work to do, but for the moment, he can just play it passively. The spike is way far back, so any kills on this B site feel like they don't really matter quite yet at this point. Ult coming in from Sova. He's going to get 1 kill, but Rip already found his teammate, and it's a 4-on-1. He goes back to get the spike. He's got 40 seconds, but there's no real chance here.
Jerax, show me the money. Show me the money. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Oh. It's not the start you wanted. But for the bigger picture, for the Turkish team here, 4 alive is really good. Solid rounds are what you need. You need to kind of just keep that, like, confidence building, right?
Yeah, while he saves this out, can we take a look at the cash flow, the money?
That would be
of some
awesome.
sort?
That tab.
That'll be a huge question for Finland. I mean, if they have to kind of save this next round or kind of half buy, then you have to feel Turkey is going to be feeling very, very good about, you know, forcing an OT. They'll be 10 to 12, but against a save, you have to think, you know, 11 to 12.
Can we check the scoreboard, please? Please? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, they can make a choice.
They're gonna have. I feel like they have to half buy. No, I guess he could drop one as well. This actually isn't too bad. They could actually just go for Spectres. Yeah.
It's not great though, is it? I mean.
No, but there's some danger there, right? If those get that first kill,
True.
you can really aggressively swarm. If you know the opening is provided by the one rifle, then all of a sudden you have a passageway in.
Okay. Okay.
It's that they're facing against mids. That's the hardest part about all this.
Oh, Mita. No! That's the first miss. We haven't seen that yet. And Mitas is in so much trouble. All that utility coming down towards him, and he's done so well. He's still fighting. He took one with him, but he felt as though that's the first time we've seen a flaw with his play, because until that point, he's been absolutely excellent. But the support's here, but Taimou's got himself an operator, and that's a dangerous look for any team.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Yeah, this is great. This is awesome from Finland. They get the 2-for-2 trade. That's perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. And now slow it down, readdress across the map. And again, remember, if Finland has caught the fact that Turkey loves over-rotating, they love bringing all the bodies together towards one side.
Here we go. Paura, it's on you. Good utility usage. The 3-man peak takes one with him. We're still in an even situation, 2-2. They haven't left heaven just yet. You can see Rip watching the cross, and Rip has been good. Crisp accuracy, crisp aim. And now Turko on the peak. Nicely timed from heaven, but down to the 1v1. HP is low on Soba. Oh, Turko just about holding it off, and this could be going to OT.
Yeah, it could be. One last chance here for Finland to close it out in regulation. They have the 3. They're looking for that 4th in this second half. Whew. That was spicy all the way through. All picked up on Mitez again. Let's hope he doesn't have another round like that one previously, because he has been spot on otherwise. And everyone's got a solid buy now. Phoenix ult, Cypher ult available for Finland, and for Turkey, it's Jet and it's Sage, and that's why they're going to get aggressive here.
I like that. I mean, it's a risk, but at this point, do it. They're going to see the aggression going to fall off that. That means that instantly you can see the response from the Finnish team. Get aggressive towards middle. They're pushing that pressure fast. They've already seen that there's one there. They're going to know the walls. Definitely not from Jet, but now this play coming in. They've worked this out. Look at heaven. They've already got their players on the side. Oh no. Has this gone wrong at the final moment? Mitez goes down. Riqu waits, looking around, tries to find the player. One towards CT. Call is made. Utility put down, and the spike is on the site.
Oh, this is crazy. What an opening found and forced by Finland. Spike planted just now. Oh, great kill from Paura. Now all of a sudden, there's that Cypher ult coming into play. That's going to help out massively. All locations are revealed, and Turkey knows everything. Flashbang Nixon might want to reposition himself.
Yeah, so far so good for Jerax. At least going to find Paura, but there's still more to be going. 2 from CT. Plenty from heaven. Here we go. Revive's coming out. This is going to be the big retake. It's got to happen fast. Nice flash. 2 players blind, but Rick comes out the better. But somehow, Jerax and Riqu combined. They shut it all down. What a loss at the end for Turkey after such a comeback. But Finland, leaving to the last moment, boys.
Yeah,